Hello everyone, this is Farid Premani and welcome to Think Tanks, another session for entrepreneurs, freelancers and professionals who wants to get to next level. And let's get started. The topic for today is 8 laws of success, and this is from someone world knows about it, but maybe the West does not know what it more. His name is Chanakya and he's 375 BC, ancient Indian polymathematician who was a very active teacher, wisdom guru, author, strategist, judiciary, and philosopher and economist of his time. Still, many people and many big company follows the principle, but I thought let's get his knowledge from Sanskrit books and translate it into English, making this video for you. So let's study 8 laws of success. And the first law is don't use foul language. So people who are especially starting up their businesses, and he tries to compare it with two-thought formula. There are two entrepreneurs, small business sellers. One is trying to sell, both are trying to sell honey, but one is the person with better language. He gets irritated, he gets frustrated very quickly. He does not respect people who does not want to buy from him or try to do price negotiations. And on the other side, if there is a person who is very sweet, humble, he respects, and if somebody walks out, he still respects them. And he said even that in comparison, both of them are not selling the right product. The person who is bitter has a better honey product versus somebody who is sweet, more compassionate, has an average quality product. But comparing both of their sales, the person who has an average product sells more because his language is better. It's not foul, it's not silly, it's not humiliating. So he said that that's the most important thing which you can learn. If you're starting up your business, if you're a CEO, C-suite employee, director level person, freelancer, trying to talk to clients, you get stuck in a position where client does not understand you or you have some problem, deadline, never ever use foul language. Never ever go bitter. Whatever challenges you have, whatever recession problem you're going through, ups and downs in life, never ever use foul language. That's the key to success. Rule number 2, don't share your business secrets or any secret. Okay. Many of us are helpful. We try to help people. And sometimes we feel, okay, somebody's broke, very educated, very talented. Let's try to share our secret with them in a way maybe he could benefit as well. That's the problem, because he says that never compromise your own business or your own secret, conveying this to world what you do, because that's something people will compromise. And then he has given examples from ancient myths and Sanskrit's book that there have always been leaders, and we also see in these days always the assistant or the viceroy tries to betray you because they are the ones who knows all the secret. Until the time you both are going in same wavelength, everything is good. But the moment they mess up, the other person knows the secret, they blackmails you, and then you are nowhere. So never ever share your business secret in any way. Try to be helpful, but help in the other way. Guide them, mentor them, share them words of wisdom, experiences, but never ever share the secret with anyone. And that's the secret of company called Coke. Till now, many people have tried breaking or cracking the recipes, but nobody has been successful because in world only 2 people knows the true recipe of Coca-Cola. Okay, so never ever share your secrets. Rule number 3, always hire presentable staff and high energy youth. Make sure high energy youth is a good segment in your company. They're the people with high energy. They can try newer things. We see these days why startups get successful and make so much money. It's developed with high energy youth, with new idea, Generation Z, Generation Y, rather than having Generation X. Generation X plays a role because they have rich 20 years of experience, but their energy level gets low. And this is where youth, sometimes when you train them well, they are hungry. They are willing to prove themselves that they can work 2x, 3x. That's why companies, you see, especially Fortune 500 company, they want to ensure. So if you're a small business, entrepreneur, freelancer, make sure you hire people who are young. Try to give them chance, train them. Research says that people who you train and educate, they love you more, they will stay with you more. There are always people who do ethical compromises, they can switch, but research says that these kinds of people stay with you more. So hire presentable staff and hire high energy youth. That will be a success to your business. Okay, rule number 4, stay away from fools. People who try to debate, don't understand what you have, and you don't need to persuade them and correct the world. Try to save your energy rather than debating and discussing your idea with somebody. If somebody does not understand, the wise man rule is to just stay quiet and exit. This way you can ensure that your energy is protected, and then you can channelize it in a positive way. Rule number 6, stay away from negative people. Negative people, similar as fools, because there is a difference. Somebody who's a fool is not wise enough to understand, but somebody who's negative understands everything, but he does not have that gut feel. There is always something kicking in and making him pessimistic despite of all the words. There have been brilliant people in the world who knows everything, but they don't do anything successful. Why? Because there is always a negative feeling that takes them over. That's why in these days, people don't value IQ. They value emotional intelligence, EI more. That's why all these Stanford and Harvard University tests are now based on emotional intelligence. And any bigger company who's hiring a CEO does not check IQ anymore. They check EI, emotional intelligence. So stay away from negativity, negative people, rather than trying to persuade them. They might change you becoming negative. So stay away. Okay. Rule number 7. Successful businessmen are never being ashamed of trying smaller things. This could be smaller, newer things, doing things with your hand. There is a book of wearing different hats to be successful. Every successful entrepreneur has to try and do many things, especially in the beginning. He is an HR himself. He's maybe cleaning his small one-room office. He's maybe installing his own computer, his employees' computers. I still remember those days, 8-10 years back, when I started my first office, and you're wearing multiple hats. Every of my friend or somebody who's been very senior to me, I study, they all started from that point, doing many things, wearing different hats. Because the problem these days is people, especially startups, when I see them fail, the moment they get the money, they try to invest on the lifestyle, getting bigger cars, getting bigger branded suits and Gucci's or Armani's. They certainly wants to look and feel like CEO. And this is where the investment is drained. The ego is developed. They want to look perfect, which they are not. And the moment you try to do that, fake it, make it, you actually stop your learning process, and your company fails most of the time. Whereas if you see humble most people, they are the ones who try to take companies to next level. So all these Chanakya principles are very valid. World does not know much about it, but let's try to explore and use it. This might be helpful. And the last principle is goodwill is the most important thing. And the principle I could recall from Samsung when they were in the growing stage. And this is what we as a budding entrepreneur, somebody who's starting freelance or a professional turning or entrepreneur, you see why people don't want to buy from any vendor, but people want to buy from Amazon, because they know if the vendor even is not right, although Amazon does all the scrutinies and all, but Amazon will stand behind it. If the product is not good, they give you 30, 60, 90-day guarantee, and you can always return it. This is the thing which you should implement, because goodwill always stays. Samsung in those initial days had a phone which actually passed the quality inspection, but had some problems reported by customer. And they were in the growing phase, and to do a recall back, it was a big loss. Company could have gone bankrupt, but they did that in the initial days. And this is how they created goodwill. And then the Samsung career picked up, and now they compete with Apple. So I hope these 8 principles helps you. So let's revise it first. All 8 principles from Chanakya, 375-year wisdom person, philosopher, economist, author, teacher. Don't use foul language. Don't share your business secrets. Hire presentable and high energy youth. Stay away from fools. Stay away from negative people. Successful business entrepreneur or professional is not ashamed of trying smaller things. He always is ready to get educated, to stay ahead of game. And the last, in goodwill, is the most important tool to success. I hope all these principles from Chanakya help you. My point is to grow you as an entrepreneur, professional turning entrepreneur, or a freelancer, or a digital entrepreneur starting your own business. We try to do both the coaching's technical side in the soft skill side. So I hope this perfect marriage makes you a successful person. Stay blessed. Farid Premani. Take care.